Hello and welcome, bookworms. Welcome to this week's episode of the Contenta Narrative. We're looking at What You're Looking For is in the Library by Michiko Aoyama. As usual, I'm so sorry if I've said the name wrong. I honestly don't mean to be that person, but to be fair, sometimes I can't even speak English properly. So this is set around it's got several stories in it from several different people, and essentially it's set where it's like this person, they go to the community centre and then they get directed to the library, and they go to the library because they're looking for a book on a certain thing, and the librarian kind of like gives them an extra recommendation for a book that's maybe one that they wouldn't have thought of, and gives them like a little free gift with the book. And it's just, it looks at like how that story that they're given influences their life. And so like one of them is, and it's the first one, is she's working in a retail store. She's kind of thinking like her life's going nowhere. You know, she's eating ramen noodles. She's sat there going, you know, everyone's life's better than mine. She goes to the library because she's like, right, okay, I want to learn how to use computers properly. So, you know, give me some books on that. And then she gets given a children's story with how to make a nice easy little dessert with an egg. And she then decides to try and make this, and as she's going through and constantly doing that, she realizes that actually, like, once she's made it, so it's not perfect the first time, but once she makes it and starts making it and starts doing it, it influences her life in a really good way. And she realizes that actually, like, so she starts cooking, so she starts buying those kind of utensils, and she still works in the department store, but then she starts thinking, right, what else can I do, what else can I make? And she starts seeing the positive impact on the rest of her life. And that's the first story, and I'm not going to tell you the rest of the story. So, but when I read the blurb for it, I literally was sat there going, I love this. I love this idea so much. And again, I bought it in Sheffield with Shadow and Stitch. But I was with my sister Jessica, and I was literally sat there going, right, I really like this book. Like, what do you think of it? And Jess was like, oh, I love the sound of this book. And so I was like, all right then. And so I bought her a copy as well, because do you know what I mean? But it was just like, it's such a nice, easy read. And what I love as well is like the stories of the people, they interact in like little ways. So it's like a little nod to like another story that you've read, and it's like, oh yeah, like he's cleaning a banister and he sees an old guy in a pouch, and then the next story is this old guy in a pouch asking for recommendations. And it's just such a feel-good book that it makes me want to, like, I mean, I want to be a librarian, but it doesn't pay well and I can't afford to live off of it. But I'd love the idea of literally sitting there and like someone coming up to me and me giving them a free gift and giving them a book that's going to change their life. And it's just that idea that she gives them what they want, but she gives them a little extra push as well. And it never works. It's not working in the way that you think it's going to work. And I think that's what I love as well, because you're reading it and you're going, well, they're going to read a book on this and then they're going to do this. And you're like, oh, okay. So they've read the book on this. Like, one's about a book about worms, and you sat there going, how's this going to influence their life? And when you find out how, you're like, okay, genius. So I genuinely would 100% give this book a go. I'll hold it a little bit closer. But it's so sweet. It's so lovely. Like, it just left me feeling really happy. I read it in like no time at all. And I feel like it's a book that's easily picked up, put down. And because each story is its own little contained character, you know, you can pick up, read one character, put it down, go through another couple of books, come back to it, read the second character, and so on and so forth. It's not going to affect the overall story. And it's not a long book, and it's not long stories. I'd love to know what your favourite one is though. So please leave below in the comments which character is your favourite in this book, and which one you sort of resonated the most with. But as I said, like, I would definitely give this one a go. And let me know in the comments if it is something that you've even encountered as well. If you've encountered someone giving you a book that's changed your life in a way that you didn't even think it would, please let me know. But thank you so much for the continued support, and remember to always keep it contento.